Hey everyone, this is the Jose Freddy back again. This is 366 Days of Cards, and today I got a bit of a trick for you. This is something that I actually did a few weeks ago, a performance of. I think it's pretty cool, that you might like it. So what I'm going to do is, and this is uses a lot of audience participation, and I had a whole bunch of people help me out. And I'm shuffling the cards for no good reason. Alright, so basically in a deck of cards, it would start off like this. In a deck of cards, we have black cards and red cards, at least in a standard deck of cards. And I would then ask the audience to choose a color, red or black. So let's say they say red. So I'll say, okay, we'll eliminate red. We're going with the black suits, black cards. In the black cards, you got clubs and spades, of course. Choose one. Maybe they say spades, so okay, we'll eliminate clubs. Go with spades. So in spades, we got high cards and low cards. Let's say, well, let's put it this way. We got in the spades, you got number cards and face cards. Choose one. And face cards, of course, being court cards. So let's just say face cards. We'll eliminate the face cards. Now the number cards, you got high numbers and low numbers. We'll count an ace as a face card because it's a special card. And we'll just go with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want the spectator now to choose between the high ones and the low ones. So let's say go with high, and we'll eliminate high. So for the low ones, let's say they got 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright? I don't even find them. Just bear with me. Oop, not that one. So you got 2, 3, 4, and 5, just like this. And so I'm off camera a little bit. So then you have the spectator choose between 2 and 3 or 4 and 5. So let's say they say 4 and 5, so we'll get rid of 2 and 3. So now there's 2 cards left. We're down to 2 cards. A 4 and a 5. They've selected between red cards and black cards, between face cards and number cards, between high cards and low cards, and then between the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5. And we're left with 4 and the 5. And now you ask the spectator to choose between one of these cards. Let's say they say 5. And we'll eliminate the 4. Believe it or not, I made a prediction earlier tonight. I've had this envelope sitting here the entire time. I haven't touched it. You've seen me. I've been handling the cards. I haven't touched it. Inside this envelope is but one card. A massive card. And I'll show you there's nothing else in there. And that card is, in fact, a 5 of spades. How did I do it? Well, it's extremely simple. And I think it's also a powerful effect. And it is simply Magician's Force. I wanted to force either the 4 or the 5 on the spectator. So I had them choose between, I started off giving them a choice between red and black cards. It doesn't matter which one they choose. If they choose black, say okay, I want to get rid of the red. Or we'll go with black. If they choose red, you'll say okay, we'll eliminate the red. You just basically force the black cards on them. Then I did the same thing with when I gave them a choice between number cards and face cards. They really had, or actually first there's a choice between spades and clubs. If I didn't do the spades and clubs ones, I apologize. But yeah, okay, there was spades and clubs, and I forced spades on them. If I didn't, again, I apologize. I may have forgotten that. I do think I did forget that. My apologies. I was supposed to, after forcing black cards on them, I was going to have them choose between clubs and spades. And then I would force spades on them. I think I forgot about that though. No big deal. And then I had them choose between face cards and number cards. And again, whatever they say, you force the number cards or whatever cards you're using. And then I had them choose between high cards and low cards. I forced the low cards. So maybe they chose high cards. I said, okay, we'll eliminate those. We'll go up to low cards. And then, once you're down to low cards, I said, okay, low cards we'll use 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wherever they were. And I even pulled them out and said, these are your cards. And then I said, okay, I want you to choose between 2 and 3, and 4 and 5. And if they said 2 and 3, I would eliminate them. I'd say, if they selected 2 and 3, I would say, okay, we'll get rid of them. If they selected 4 and 5, I'd say, okay, then we'll get rid of 2 and 3. It's that simple. It's been distant force, and sure, you've all seen it, heard of it, done it. And then I had them choose between the 4 and the 5. And for this one, it actually did not matter which one they chose. This was the only part that I did not use Magician's Force on them, because I felt that that would actually add to the effect. I gave them free choice. You choose a 5, I pull out this envelope, which I actually had hidden inside my binder the whole time, and they never saw. If I had chosen 5, I would have pulled it out and said, okay, this has been sitting there the entire night in my binder, I haven't touched it. I gave it to the spectator, let them pull it out. I would let them pull it out and they would see it is the card they selected after all that being said and done. If they selected the 4 though, I had an out. This is a different thing, it's called the out system, where you have, basically you can have more than one ending to the trick. What I did is that I had this deck that was sitting there the entire night. Just like I had this one kind of sitting off to the side here. And if they selected the 4, I said, okay, we'll go with the 4. I'd give them the deck of cards. They pull them out of the packet, out of the box, I should say. And they spread through, and they would see that there's only one card in the entire pack that is face down. There it is right there. There's no other cards face down. There's only one face down card, and it is in fact the card they selected before spades. It's an out. I think it's a good idea, and it certainly worked well. And that's what they ended up selecting was before when I did the performance. So they never even saw that other card. And if it worked out differently, if they had selected them, actually I've had it sitting there because I was going to use it to do a trick, and that's exactly what I was going to do. So that's an interesting little way to do something in a performance. And you have the deck sitting there. If they select that one, then you saw that card has been sitting there the entire time. If they don't, well, you've had another card sitting there the entire time, and then you simply say over that deck, I was saving it for a trick. Anyways, let me know what you think. I think it's pretty cool. By the way, I give credit to this to Raven Killer 16, because that's where I got the idea. She did a performance similar to this for a contest entry for my beginner's contest, I believe it was, and I liked it so much that I had to do it myself. Go check out her channel. She's pretty good at magic. Raven Killer 16, and I will see you next time.